Okay, everybody talks about matching the hatch. Well, that's something that I think is probably more important than anything. Anywhere I travel in the bass fishing world, it is a big player. So there's no doubt in my mind in the crappie world, it is no different. And I've seen it for over a couple of decades that I've been crappie fishing. You always think of a crappie, they eat something alive like a shad or a minnow, a shore minnow, a small perch. But I've seen them eat tadpoles. I've cleaned them with snails in them. I've caught them on night crawlers. It could be anything that is in their way, just like a bass. They're just a predator that's going to take advantage of the opportunistic moment that's something in front of them they want to eat. No different than you walking by and your wife just made a plate of cookies. You might snag one as you go by. You're not really hungry, but you're going to do it anyway because it's sitting there. Well, they're kind of the same way. But One Standard has all this product right here in order to kind of help you. Do you need every bit of it? Probably not all on the same day. But at some point throughout traveling the country or your home body of water for 12 months a year, you're going to need some point of this. So what I like to do is just have a variety of a little bit of everything. When you go in to buy something, buy you a few 2.75 One Standard minnows just in case you would need a little bit bigger profile. Maybe the water's a little bit off colored. Maybe it's a little bit later in the fall. Summertime, it's hot water. That's where you're going to kind of come into that. But a lot of times there's pressure situations. There's situations where the water's super clean and you got to go to the 2-inch minnow one. Well, you can't throw both of those on the same side head a lot of times. So get you a few of the bait heads in the 16th and 8th. A lot of times with a 2-inch, you can get by with either weight. If you wanted to really get down there super quick, then you can throw an 8th. If you want to get down there a little slower, back up to the 16th. But with the 2.75, I find myself throwing it on an 8th a lot more. So when you're doing that, keep in mind you might not have to buy 16ths just for the 2.75 unless you're fishing really shallow water with it, which sometimes is an application. But there again, you're going to have some versatility in your lineup of One Standard products to where when you get in that situation that you're not sure when you're going to come across, you got a few of them. You don't have to go buy 20 packs. Just get you 3 or 4 of your favorite color, and that way you've got something in chartreuse, something in natural, and that's kind of the way we design the whole system. But you can get you a bag and carry them all in there together. This bag right here, just a Ziploc waterproof bag from One Standard, will carry it anywhere you need to go, carry all the baits you need in a given day. And when you get home, if you need to stock it back up, you definitely can. And then the last thing I'm going to throw at you is something we've thrown forever, and that's a hair jig. This is the Minnow 4 hair jig, but it's something that I think around the spawn when you really want to bait this fluff and glide in that 2 to 4 foot of water. They're up there shallow, they're spawning, they're on stumps, they're on laydowns. Sometimes when you throw a rubber bait in there, it's a little bit overpowering to them and it's a little bit scary to them. They have a tendency to run from it. A hair jig just fluffs in the water and has this dancing about it like a glide, the fluff that just doesn't seem to intrude them to where they don't want to bite. But also, this is a system to where the mylar in the tail, along with the marabou, it looks so natural, it has a lot of action. Get you a little bit of everything, have you a little bit of variety, and then One Standard has a complete system to catch them 12 months a year, and you cannot go wrong.